Oh, here we are once again with our podcast. This is Anu.
Oh, and me.
Oh God, such a day.
It's such. Thanks, Anu. It's such. But yes, listen to our podcast.
Rise and Grind on Fox 914 with
Anu
Such.
and you.
I think I need to change my religion after what we just heard off air.
Yeah, Sachini, you know what? Nobody cares.
What do you mean?
Okay, we've got our special guests inside the studio right now. Instead of one, we have two. In fact, we are going to be talking to Mr. Kamal Munasinghe. That's actually the area vice president for Cinnamon Hotels, Cinnamon Colombo Hotels, and of course we have Miss Celine Maier, who's the winner of Euroskills 2023 and an incredible chef from Switzerland who's going to indulge Sri Lanka. Indulge Sri Lanka so that they get to experience Swiss cuisine at Cinnamon Grand rather. So we are going to first talk to Mr. Munasinghe and ask Kamal, Sri Lanka has seen an upsurge in a lot of aspirations. Lots of tourists are coming into Sri Lanka, but more and more Sri Lankans are demanding the best of the world from Sri Lankan hospitality, especially because we are all foodies here, right? So Kamal, how does Cinnamon Hotels plan to address this, especially the Colombo Hotel?
Right. My born and good morning to everyone, and thank you for having us, Sach and Anu, at this.
Yes. And wait, without further ado, we must give you a round of applause for coming. Right, we must. Thank you, fake audience, very much. Thank you so much for coming in and spending the time, because I know it's very difficult to get you out of work, but thank you so much to the both of you for coming in. As Anu mentioned, let's get into it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everyone knows that what happened over the last couple of years in Sri Lanka. But over the last 2 years, we've seen a great arrival of tourism to the country and from all over the world, starting from India, of course, our neighbor, and then going into Europe and Australia and all the continents. So that's a really great achievement, I think, over the last 2 years, what as an industry we have achieved, So as Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts in Colombo, we are in the midst of it. We have seen the worst of it as well, 4 years ago and then 2 years ago with the economic crisis. But then over the last 2 years, like I said, Cinnamon Colombo has experiencing a great success in arrivals, and also, we see a lot of people walking through our doors, not only the foreign clientele, but also locals.
Absolutely.
More and more locals. So I want to thank all the locals who, kept us going over the last 4 years during COVID, during economic crisis.
Yes, of course.
Who've done a fantastic, been a fantastic audience for us. And they have kept us going,
Absolutely.
And it was the most difficult time in our industry, I think.
I have ordered takeaway while we were on lockdown.
Right.
Cinnamon Lakeside, back in the day, they were giving takeaway. So,
Exactly.
we used to do that all the time.
We started the delivery also at that time.
Yeah.
That was the need of the hour, so we did that. So looking forward, I think, Cinnamon Grand itself is going to celebrate its 50th year in existence as a hotel, as a building.
Wow, 50!
And yes, there's lots happening.
Wow.
And, as part of that celebration start in next year, but we are starting now.
Okay.
So we are very glad to have Celine here with us.
Yeah.
Euroskill gold medal winner 2023, right? And Euroskill is the biggest competition, I think, that's happening in Europe. All the European countries are participating in that, in all segments and all categories of professions, right? And she contested in the culinary category and managed to win the gold.
Excellent.
And
is this the first time that a Euroskills winner is coming to Sri Lanka?
It's the first time, but it's not the first time that we are bringing in chefs and culinary experience to the country.
Yeah.
Because Cinnamon being a homegrown brand, as much as we want to bring the best of Sri Lanka to the world, we also want to bring the best of world to Sri Lanka and give that culinary experience, the diverse culinary experience to our clientele, our guests, who are always eager to, like you said, foodies in Sri Lanka.
Absolutely.
So we are doing that, right?
Kamal, that's an absolutely incredible statement, because, we are just 4 years from, having that massive lockdown that the entire world went through.
Yeah.
I think our recovery has been remarkable, and I think hotels like Cinnamon, the Cinnamon Group, John Keels especially, have kind of spearheaded that kind of recovery. Because you know what? I mean, we now forget that we couldn't move, all of that, and our recovery recovery has been really, really fast.
Very fast, very fast. Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. I know the thing is, a lot of people forgets everything very fast.
Yeah.
But if you look back, I think we have come a long way.
We have.
After all that, what happened, and we are glad as Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts Colombo that we managed to bring in so many culinary talents, and not only culinary talents, also in other areas. We will be bringing more people in the future.
Yeah.
In the very near future, you'll be hearing more about it later.
Ooh la la.
But let's talk about Celine and her
Absolutely.
her work that's Sri Lanka is going to experience over the next couple of weeks here.
So with that, thanks a lot, Kamal. A big welcome is extended out to Celine Maier, and she's the Euroskills 2023 winner for the biennial competition in, how do you say, Gdansk, Poland?
Exactly.
Yeah, Gdansk in Poland, and that's what she won. She won the gold for her extraordinary creativity in reinventing traditional Swiss culinary fare. You know what? When you say traditional Swiss culinary fare, Celine, immediately what comes to mind is cheese
And chocolate.
Right.
And chocolate.
and chocolates
And chocolate,
and
yes.
abundance of everything.
Yes.
How did you make a already rich culture even richer?
Like, of course, Switzerland for the cheese,
Yeah.
and that's a really important ingredient for our cuisine. And I used to do some traditional dishes like fondue and raclette. And
Yeah.
this is something we can't change because it's not. If you change it, it's not anymore fondue and raclette. But I used to take traditional dishes from Switzerland and change it in my way to make it a bit new, in
Right.
a new style. So the people can be excited to see my new dishes of Switzerland's cuisine.
Wow. So what exactly are we talking about? Like, could you describe one or two of these dishes?
One dish I'm kind of really proud of it.
Okay.
It's a traditional dish that calls apple macaroni. This is a dish out of pasta with potato on a cream sauce with onions, and I made a ravioli out of it. Like, visually, you don't see that it's this kind of apple macaroni,
Yeah.
but if you taste it, you have all the flavors of this dish in your mouth, and so it's quite really nice.
I would like to point out that we haven't had breakfast
I was
yet.
just about to say, Anu, we haven't had
Oh my God. I'm
breakfast.
hungry.
Shall we hop along?
So the thing is, I don't. Lots of Sri Lankans are familiar with fondue, right? Lots of Sri Lankans are familiar with Swiss chocolate. I don't think we've necessarily been exposed to Swiss cuisine as a cuisine. We are very much all this time exposed to maybe Italian cuisine, very much so, Chinese cuisine, Japanese cuisine, and most likely French cuisine. But Swiss cuisine is not something. I've never actually, other than fondue, I've not had anything Swiss per se. What are the go-to dishes in Switzerland? Other than fondue.
Like, other than fondue, we use a lot of potato. So one
Right.
of the popular dishes is also rösti. This is like grated potato fried in a pan. Like it's like tortilla, but only with potato.
Right. Okay. Well.
Shape of tortilla. And we used to have also some special kind of pasta. It's called spätzle.
Right.
This is kind of dough we boil in water. Like gnocchi, you have to boil it in the
Right,
water,
yeah.
and you can serve it with also with cheese, of course.
Of course. Yes.
Or we used to have a ragu, but
Right.
with pieces. Like your curries, you have also pieces inside,
Yeah.
but we cook it with like the French way, with a lot of wine and some veal stock like this, and we braise it in the oven, so we got really a soft meat. So Swiss kitchen is also influenced by French
All kinds
cuisine
of-
and
yeah.
northern
Right.
Italy, because we have all these different parts of Switzerland where we speak Italian. There is more influenced by Italy, the French part. So yeah.
Anu, I heard potatoes. My kind of cooking.
So Celine, you are really, really young to be a chef, right? How did this? How did you get into food and cooking? What kind of set this off?
So cooking was always something really important in my family. We
Right.
cooked. We have a big kitchen at home. We always used to cook together. And we have some friends that are chefs, and I always used to talk to them, especially when I was have to choose in which part I want to go in my career, taking a school career or learn a profession. And then I decide with 15 years to do apprenticeship.
Wow.
This is quite
At 15?
At 15 years, I start my apprenticeship in Switzerland as a chef. So we have this kind of education that you can go practicing a profession. You go 4 days in a restaurant working, and 1 day you do theoretic things in school. And this has a period of 3 years. And after 3 years, you do the exam, and you be a professional chef if you succeed.
Yeah, please.
Sorry if I can add on. I know very well because I worked in Switzerland for many years, and I've been through these apprenticeships very often with those kids who are coming 15 years of age, and you don't underestimate what they can bring out of the table because they're exposed to a lot of different things. Like Celine said, she has been cooking at home, so it gave this inspiration for her to join culinary. So at 15, you can decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can try out different professions if you wish, or if you want to continue or further education, you can go ahead. So that's what she did, and I think that's a great system. People who don't want to do further education, they can choose a profession and they can try and test out also and feel what they, how they feel about it, and if they want to make a change,
exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah, because you're at 15, even if you want to make a change at 16, you still have a long way to go, a long time until you finish your career, So that's a great system, I think. And I've been through many of these trainees and apprenticeships, people who come to our hotels in Switzerland when I was there. So it's great to see, they start at 15. At 21, she can win something like this, right?
I was actually going to ask. The next question for me was like, because of your age and how young you are, emphasizing on the young, how has your cooking kind of been modernized? Using the kind of taste like now we have compared to traditional maybe Swiss cuisine. Are you bringing some of that here?
Yes.
Okay.
So for me, the most important thing is always the flavor. It has to be good, a good base, have a nice taste, and then I have to adapt it to make some nice plates, visually modern, with some garnishes and fine things. So yeah.
Okay.
So what kind of dishes can you tell me? Your dishes will be available at the London Grill at the Cinnamon Grand. So for how long will it be available? Is it a week?
It will be available for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yes. I will stay a bit longer because I told Chef Kamal I not come only for 1 week to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
That's not enough. I need more time to be here in this nice country to get to know your culture as well.
Yeah.
So after the 2 weeks...
That's the correct answer.
After these 2 weeks of Swiss promotion, I will have the opportunity to get to know your culinary stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's
believe me, I think
thing.
it'll only enhance because spices here, Celine, are just outstanding.
Yes.
And if you actually, you might actually surprise quite a few of your friends back home in Switzerland. Be like, what happened?
Yes.
What happened in Sri Lanka exactly, Celine?
Actually, other than Swiss, I guess, cheese, is there any particular ingredients that's very okay, this is exactly from Switzerland? You see it and you know this is it.
We are really known also for chocolate, but chocolate is also existing from other parts of Switzerland, and we produce a lot in country, like potatoes. We have also a lot in our country, but I think the cheese is the most popular.
Most popular.
Yeah.
You got Swiss cheese. Huh?
Yeah, and Swiss cheese, when you say such, we are talking about 80 to 100 different varieties of cheeses.
I know you can't. Don't.
Yeah.
They just do so much. And I think the main important thing that we mentioned actually off air, I don't think we mentioned it on air, is that she won Euro 2023 and she won gold.
Euroskills, yeah.
Euroskills 2023. What does it mean for you to have won at such a young age? 2, to be able to use that, come here and share that with us. I mean, that's 1, a privilege and honor for us. And 2, how did it feel? What was it like?
So it fills me up with pride because the whole thing makes it even more special because I was the first contestant who was competing for Switzerland in the skilled cooking. No one else did this before for Switzerland. Of course there was the cooking skill, but Switzerland was never competing. It was the 8th version.
Right, okay.
And I was the first one. I'm a woman. That's also more special in the chef business.
Wow.
And that really fills me up with pride. Also, my coach was really young.
Okay.
He's 25. So we were such a young team. And we did this the first time, and we rock it, and that really fills me up with pride.
So, Celine, is this the first trip that you've taken outside after winning the competition? Like taking your skills to another country?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Kudos to you and kudos to Cinnamon for,
It's also the first time out of Europe for me. I never leave Europe before, so it's really special to be here.
Oh,
that's fantastic,
I have to do this. Cinnamon, grand. Thank you. Massive. Like,
I've got to read this out. There's a message here for Mr. Kamal Munasinghe as well. This is from Nisha, the Periyappirum, who says, "Hi Anu and Sachi, thanks for bringing a hospitality legend to the fore. He's a gentleman and a leader par excellence." That is courtesy of Nisha, the Periyappirum, I'm sure.
Thank you, Nishad. Very, very nice of you. You made my day this morning. Thank you very much.
You know what? We are looking forward. So this starts this Wednesday, right? Wednesday onwards. Man, there must be a lot of things that you need to plan right now.
Yes, there's a lot of organization. The last few days we are doing some preparation, and it was quite new for me to all organize all the staffs, tell them how I would like to do.
Right.
It's always a bit hard to get off because I can't do all by myself. I need the help, but it's going quite well. We are still finishing for preparation. And then we can start on Wednesday. I'm really looking forward.
All of us are looking forward to it.
Yes.
How do the kitchens compare? You've got everything you need here?
Yes, and the cheese I buy in Switzerland, I got with me. So we have really original cheese from Switzerland here in Sri Lanka.
so you are getting like cheese brought down officially from Switzerland. What?
How did you transport the cheese? Oh my God.
Anu, forget that. We have to go.
All right, okay.
We have to go.
Man, you know what? I could have spent another whole day talking about
No,
this.
I mean, we have to go to London Grill. What do you mean?
Yeah.
We have to.
I thought you would say, let's go.
No,
Let's get out of it.
no.
Like, why are you stopping it suddenly?
No.
Yeah, let's do it. By all means do that. But man, I'm really, really looking forward to this. And like I said, it's not something that we are privy to.
And we have a couple of questions off Instagram for you, if that's okay. You'd like to field some?
Yeah.
Some are very simple. The first question from Madhu is, what's your favorite Swiss cheese?
Gruyere.
Oh, she has an answer.
Of course.
Oh, wow.
Maybe also because I have a twin sister and she's a cheese maker.
Oh, really?
And,
Wow.
and she was doing Gruyere. So
Okay. If there was one other cuisine you'd like to mix with the Swiss cuisine, what would it be and why? Like mix and match. What do you think and why?
Okay, I have two favorite kitchens abroad. It was the Italian, but Italian we already have kinda in Switzerland. So I would say Asia.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so we're part of that, Anu.
Yeah.
We're part of that. The next question is also related to that. This is from Janice, who says, what Sri Lankan dish can you mix with a Swiss dish and make it Sri Lankan? I'm assuming what she means is how can you make a Swiss dish spicy?
Like a fusion, yeah.
Yeah, fusion.
I would say serve a curry of yours with spätzle or polenta of mine.
Oh. Can we try that at the London?
I think we can organize from a traditional restaurant to part into the London Grill.
All right, we've got more questions, but we will return because we've got a few messages from our sponsors. And when we return, send in your questions for Celine and, of course, for Mr. Kamal Munasinghe. We will field all your questions next.
Rise and Grind on Fox 914 with
Anu
Such.
and you.
And we're back.
That's right. And we have been in conversation with two very eminent personalities. Of course, we have Celine Maier, who's the winner of the Euroskills 2023 competition, which concluded last year in Poland. Then we have Mr. Kamal Munasinghe, that's the area vice president for Cinnamon Colombo Hotels. And we've been, talking to them about the future and, of course, what the immediate future as well, because this Wednesday we start, a culinary journey that highlights Swiss cuisine at Cinnamon Grand, and that's, of course, at the London Grill at Cinnamon Grand.
And we were fielding questions off Instagram. We have 3 more left, and then we will round everything up. So this is from Andrew, who asks, is there any chef in particular that you would like to work with?
Yes, there is. We have a famous female chef in Switzerland. She called Tanja Granditz.
Okay.
She's the most famous female chef in Switzerland.
Okay. Is there a particular reason, other than, of course, she's super famous? Like, is there anything that you like about her?
She can create some dishes in one color. Like, she always, if she do a dish, they are more or less the same colors. Like, she have, if you eat a menu, you start with red and end with violet. Like, you yes, she do her dishes for every color.
And the next one is from Ethan, who asks your most memorable experience in the kitchen.
Of course, my most memorable experience in kitchen was the competition Euroskills, but also other competitions I have done. I was also taking part on a world competition with another chef, and this was also a really nice experience to get together with all these other chefs from other countries.
Okay, and the final question is, can you share some tips and tricks from Johannan?
All right, one tip and trick if you want to combine a bit of Asia kitchen and Switzerland, we have a traditional Swiss dish that's called, I forgot the name.
It's coming.
Rice Casimir. Thank you, Kamal. This is rice with curry, mild curry, yellow curry sauce with chicken.
Okay.
You used to serve also some fruits, pineapple, banana, like this. And it's not at all spicy. But that's a kind of personal. You can do it spicy or less, but this is one.
And it's called Rice Casimir.
Rice Casimir.
Casimir, okay.
So fancy.
My favorite memory in the kitchen is setting fire to the kitchen. So that's when I first started. But yeah, we recovered.
That's why you are not in the kitchen.
That's
all right?
true.
You're not in the kitchen. And thank you so much for fielding those questions. And the next question, and the next question I believe you or Mr. Kamal can answer, which was, how do we get in touch and how do we eat?
Yeah.
Basically.
So what's the process, in actually trying to now enjoy Swiss cuisine at the London Grill?
All right. I think, so London Grill, of course, everyone knows where London Grill is in Colombo.
Yeah.
At the Cinnamon Grand Hotel. It's one of the oldest, I think the oldest fine dining restaurant, which is going to celebrate 50 years of existence as London Grill in the city. For a restaurant to last so long, I think, with one kind of concept is not an easy task, and London Grill has done that fantastically over the last 50 years. And along the way, all these chefs who have come and done a lot of work with us, like Celine, who's going to do it for the next 2 weeks, has helped us stay alive and stay current as well. That's the most important thing. So I also want to mention some of the partners who have helped us. You asked about how we brought the Swiss ingredients. We brought more than cheese. Lots of other ingredients that is required to do this promotion, and there's Eurolines from Switzerland. They've helped us to transport all the goods in proper condition, in the right temperatures, and it has come through to the hotel now. It's in the kitchen, and Celine is very happy to see all her ingredients are intact and is there.
Everything is original, mind you. For everyone listening in, everything is from Swiss, original Swiss.
Absolutely. And then, of course, United Ventures, who helped us, getting this promotion organized. I want to thank them as well. Then Quest Destination, who's organizing a lot of tours to Europe and including Switzerland.
Right.
I want to thank them as well. And obviously, Amex, American Express, is our partner for this promotion. So I would like to thank all our partners in this occasion. And to get online, I have to get the number for you. Give me a second, I'll give you the number.
I believe...
You have that number?
Yes, I
Shach,
believe
I
it's
think
this.
you have it.
Yeah,
Yes.
here we go. So this is the number. We will also post it up on our Instagram. It is 011 243 7437. Okay, once again, 011 243 7437 for reservations. There's another one as well. But if you WhatsApp us on the Fox WhatsApp line, we'll get that number to you. And this is going on for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful. I think it's also going to be sold out. And I think something that important that we need to mention is that this is an a la carte menu, right? So there is no set menu that you have to buy into, or it's not a buffet. You order what you like and pay for what you order.
You can go through the menu like you go to any other restaurant, a la
Yeah.
carte. You can choose your starter,
Yeah.
a soup, main course, and a dessert, or you can just stick to 2 courses. You can do whatever you like. It's an a la carte menu. It's your choice what you want to eat.
And it's happening from this Wednesday, that's 24th of July, all the way until the 4th of August. One last question that has just come in. I'm just going to ask it. It's like, are there any special drinks from Switzerland that you brought for us? I knew somebody would ask this question.
Yeah, that is simply because Sajji is an alcoholic.
That's not me. That's David.
Yeah, right. There's no question like that at all. I'm looking at the line.
Who has the Instagram? I do.
Right.
Yeah.
So you say.
I'm a chef, so I'm here for cooking and not for doing drinks.
There you go. That's your answer. All right, there you go.
So Nishad also sends one last question. Hi Celine, he says, welcome to our tiny island. Did you have a chance to work with our chefs and how do you rate them?
Ooh.
So at the moment I work with your chefs, but they're doing my stuff.
Yeah.
But they are doing quite good, and I'm really happy to work with them. They're all smiling, and so it's quite cool to work with them.
Yeah.
But after these 2 weeks, I will get the possibility to work
To kind of get their influence.
Yes, exactly. And I'm really looking forward.
Yeah. But Sri Lankans are a friendly bunch, right?
Yes, really friendly.
Really friendly.
I hope we've been nice enough to hear it.
I want to add something to what Celine said. She will be doing this 2 weeks, her stuff, but she will be getting the support from our team.
Yeah.
But going forward, the next 2 weeks, when she starts traveling, she'll be getting exposed to our type of cooking, Sri Lankan type of cooking. So that's also, we do that with all the chefs who come to Sri Lanka to work with us, and we give them that exposure to the Sri Lankan culinary culture and how it's done, because it's important for us to bring Sri Lankan culinary to the world as well. Chefs as Celine or any other chef who comes to Sri Lanka to do promotions with us, they take this back and they create their own creations and they talk about Sri Lankan cuisine, which goes a long way for us as an industry as well.
Absolutely, and I think it's for the our tourist board as well, because I think a very important aspect of destination branding, Kamal, is to actually sell a country's cuisine.
Absolutely,
Correct.
and no better way to sell it through than a chef.
Yeah, absolutely, especially one that's going places.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for joining us today in the studio. Is there any final roundup things that you would like to mention? You can have at it.
So thank you everyone to having me here in Sri Lanka. It's a really big honor for me to be here, to get this opportunity to bring the Swiss cuisine here to Sri Lanka, and I'm really looking forward to meet you all.
Oh, thank you. And
we are absolutely waiting to come over there and just taste something.
I heard the cheese, I heard potatoes, and I'm like, there you go. I am sold. What more do you want?
So a big thank you to both Celine Maier and Mr. Kamal Munasinghe for being with us this morning, and a big thank you goes out to Cinnamon Hotels for actually always just bringing the best of the world to Sri Lanka, and of course trying to send the best of the Sri Lanka to the rest of the world. And this is, I think, a really important aspect on how how we can actually make Sri Lanka once again a very attractive destination for people to come to. So, well done on both that. And, of course, I do hope that this particular venture, the Swiss culinary exercise that you're going to do for the next 2 weeks is a resounding success. So, best of luck to the both of you.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Sach, for having us here this morning show. And we'll see you at the London Grill.
Yes.
Yes, we will.
And once again, this is happening from this Wednesday, that is the 24th of July till the 4th of August. It's an a la carte menu happening at the London Grill. If you want the number, just WhatsApp us and we'll get that straight to you. Reservations are required. Please. Thank you.
Check out our Instagram as well, and of course all those details will be there too.
And once again, a massive round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us. It was an absolute honor to have you here in our studio.
Rise and Grind on Fox 914 with
Anu
Sach.
and you. So that was our podcast. I hope you liked it. Now wait for the next one.
All right, bye.